Hello, folks. It's Coach Blue for you. And today we'll touch upon um, work life balance. And it was a deeper explanation or dive into it based off some feedback from you that wanted to know more about it or how to take a deeper approach to work life balance. And it's allowed me to do some additional research and some things for myself, as well as kind of adjust my own beliefs or mentality about work life balance and things. So I appreciate that. So I was able to learn something more from that topic and going to a deeper level. But let's jump into it. Part of our challenge here in Western society, especially specifically in America, is that we're brainwashed or we're taught to work hard, work hard, work hard, and then play later or play hard. But we have this um, unexplainable is deep rooted work ethic in America where work is our number one priority for everything. And then we work 5 days a week and we work to get to the weekend so we can have fun or live the weekend and enjoy the weekend. So we work 5 days to live for two. So we exist 5 days a week to totally live and enjoy 2 days, unless per se you're on that typical vacation, where it's a week at a time. Um, Philosophies throughout the world take a little bit different approach as far as the work ethic. They are a lot more balanced in reference to time off and when they're not at work and what they do and how they accommodate their actual perspective with that whole concept. But this country was built off work ethic. It's built off the work ethic of you work hard or you put in hard labor and you're rewarded for it. Well, as we know, hard work doesn't guarantee success. The harder you work does not mean the more successful you will be. It just means you worked hard. Success comes from leverage. Success comes from being able to duplicate yourself or duplicate efforts or leverage time and space and ability through somebody or something else. So that's where success comes from, not from just working hard. You can work hard all day and not have a whole lot of progress, but that's the mentality, the mindset that's been imposed or that's been buried into our American or Western society. Other cultures have a pretty good balance of time in reference to they work a few hours and they may be off a few hours, maybe in the mid part of the day where they take a break or they leave the work environment and then they come back again maybe later. Um, some of them have they don't work past 8 hours. So there's time that they've created in their normal world and their normal functions of their day-to-day activities to help so-called quote unquote work-life balance based off of how they schedule, how they operate from a day-to-day basis. Unfortunately, here in America, it doesn't work like that. On a deeper level, though, we should live every day. We should have life balance every day. And the reason we don't is because we're doing a job or doing an activity to provide a living and working hard to sustain it. And in that midst of getting up and going through the rat race and coming home and doing your cycle of events after you get off from work and then eventually going to bed to create the cycle to start all over again the next morning, we run this routine and we're just existing. We're not living, we're existing. We're just going through these motions, going through this pattern, going through this programmed cycle to hurry up and get to our days off where we can relax and reciprocate and enjoy and spend time with our families, do things we like to do, water ski, jet ski, go to the beach, go hiking, go skiing, go to the park. Whatever it is that you do that you enjoy, that you spend that time with, that's what you work so hard just to spend that little bit of time doing it at the end of the week. Whereas those things should be part of our daily events. No, American society gets caught up in working 8 to 12, sometimes longer hours every day. And then you look at if you work 12 hours a day, there's only 12 hours left. You've got to sleep somewhere in there, maybe 4 to 5 hours. So it doesn't leave much time left for other things. So we cram all this time into this all these activities, into this space. And we often find out we just don't have time to do the things we want to or we need to enjoy. So the first thing is, if that's your cycle, if that's your paradigm, then you need to schedule time for those things daily that give you life. Be it go to the gym, be it take a walk, sit down for 40 minutes and read a book, take your kids for a walk, whatever it is that helps you separate this from what you had going on all day and take you into another space. Whatever those activities or activity is or are, it would be great to find time daily to do that. And maybe daily is a little bit too much at first. So maybe 3 times a week or 4 times a week. And you've got to commit to it. You can't just say, I'm going to do this and not hold up to it, because what'll happen is you'll that rat race or that cycle will suck you back into it and you'll never get back out. So you've got to take it in bits and pieces, pieces that you think are manageable, that you can manageable, that you can schedule to do those things to help give you that so-called balance, so that you're not just working every day to get to the weekend to live. You got to have some type of life every day, some type of living event every day. So if you've got particular events planned that take up more time, maybe an hour or 2 hours, whatever that cycle of time may be, then so be it if it's 3 or 4 times a week. But daily, you've got to take some time for life. And the things that give us life, that help us kind of rebalance or help us reground ourselves, are simple things. Simple things such as breathing, and they call it meditation. And you don't have to be a yogist or a professional yoga to be able to do it, or to be able to transcend your body at an ultimate level. It's not what we're talking about. Those are stages or future stages based off your commitment. But just simple breathing. As you inhale through your nose and fill up your lungs all the way down to the bottom of your belly, then exhale and push all the air out of your body through your mouth. And you do that in a repetitive cycle, that allows toxins and stress and negative energies and things of that nature that you have consumed or are inside your body to be released. Not all of us, most of us breathe wrong. We breathe very shallow. We breathe from our chest. Breath is taken from the diaphragm down in your lower belly, below your belly button, where you inhale all that air deeply into your lungs, and you exhale and push it out through your belly, throughout your mouth. Just that exercise, which is free, it costs you nothing. It helps give you life back. It helps add clarity to your mind. It helps add strength to your body. It increases oxygen flow, which is vital to your system. And it also increases blood flow, which is vital to your system as well. So all of us can commit 5-10 minutes to just breathing every day, where we sit quietly and just practice breathing. And if that's too much in your day-to-day ventures, so you might be driving home from work or driving to work, or you're on the subway or on the train, or you're taking a walk, or whatever it is, you can breathe all the time. Maybe it's at work. You can sit back and for maybe 5 minutes, inhale and exhale deeply to cleanse your body. And maybe doing it multiple times a day may have a greater effect for you. But that's something very, very simple that we can start with: breathing. The benefits are extraordinary. Before you go to bed, it's another opportunity to help you relax and decompress your body to a certain level where you can, once you get into bed, you can go to sleep or try to get some restful sleep, maybe that you haven't been able to obtain because your mind is focused and it's running. Um, the whole thing is to be able to separate our bodies from our mind. And that's why we live for the weekend. We live for this life and this opportunity, this fun stuff that we call living or life, because it gives us the opportunity to take ourselves and displace ourselves and our bodies from the stuff that goes off in our mind based off the daily activities that we have. But if we take moments in time, be it scheduled or be in breathing techniques or exercises, it can allow us to get to that level as well, so that when we have those opportunities, we're able to enjoy them more. Part of enjoying life, and we hear these things often, and we just really don't pay attention to them. They say, take time to smell the flowers. Well, when's the last time you did that? Based off where you live or your climate, it doesn't really matter. But if you're in a climate where there are flowers and it's warm, when's the last time you stopped and just smelled the flowers? That's life. You're exchanging It's an exchange with nature, an exchange with life that has positive energy, and that's what we're trying to fill our bodies with positive energy, which give us energy, as opposed to negative activities or negative things that take away energy from us. If you live in a cold climate up north where it snows, I mean, it's the weather is not as pleasant outside. When's the last time you went outside for 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how cold it is, and just stood there and listened to the silence? Listen to go outside when it's snowing and listen to the silence, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, or just whenever. Just listen to the sound. Watch the snowfall. Breathe in the cold air. What does that do for you? Step outside and look at the moon. Step outside and look at the ice or the snow forming on the trees, or the telephone poles, or the power lines. You know, take the opportunity to do those things. Those who live by water. So last time you just stood and watched the water roll in and out on tide on the beach. Watch the birds fly. Those are simple things that are free, that give you life, that give you energy. What about the simple things as far as um, looking at what we consume or eat or put in our bodies? It's a whole nother discussion, a little bit more detail, but I'm sharing different things that give us balance, that give us balance in reference to the stress that we have with our life. And what we consume, be it food or drink, has a tremendous effect on how we analyze, how we interpret, how we process all these forces that are dealing with us, be it positive or negative, that add stress to us per se. And that's what we're really trying to do. When people talk about work-life balance, it's like how to take the stress or how to reduce the stress in your life based off the workload you have and to enjoy life better. Well, proper consumption of things you put in your body are important. From the types of foods, there are foods that add energy to you and add life. There are foods that have no value, that are kind of neutral. There are foods that take away energy and take away life from you and that make you feel a certain type of way during different parts of the day or whatnot. So taking a closer look at those items. So look at your intake, what you consume through drink and beverage as well as food, as tools to help you gain or maintain a balance and able to manage stress. So those are a few things just to touch upon. I mean, I've got a lot of different avenues we can go from based off what we just talked about. So please reach out if you have any other comments or ideas or things that you want to hear or want me to talk about or discuss. Please let me know. Please subscribe. Please hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe. Please hit like. And most of all, please share it with your family and friends. Please tell people about Coach Blue for You. If you think this content is valuable, if you think it has provided some type of help to you, I strongly ask that you please share me with other folks with with the tagline Coach Blue for You. And those of you feel inclined, you're always welcome to donate as well. But I thank you for your time. I thank you for the topic. It's allowed me to take a different look and dimension about my own life. So I appreciate that because it's helped me change a few things over the last week that I'm not going to change just for the week, but I've made a commitment to do going forward, and it's just kind of excited about that. So thank you. But that's it, Coach Blue for You signing out one more time. Most of all, gain understanding. Peace.